In 2003, the US invaded Iraq in what is known as the Iraq War, and the purpose of that was to find weapons of mass destruction, but they didn't end up finding any. But some people believe that instead of looking for weapons of mass destruction, they were there to stop Saddam Hussein from activating a secret Stargate and triggering an alien invasion of Earth. No, really, people do believe this.
There's one theory that the Iraq War was actually a war about a Stargate.
They believe that the Stargate was left behind by the Anunnaki gods of ancient Sumeria, or something like that. America invades Iraq, raids the Iraq National Museum, and stops the triggering of the New World Order, or something like that. I don't know. But wait, Stargate, you say? Isn't that like a series or something? Yes. It started off as a film in 1994, just called Stargate, and eventually spawned a TV series in 1997 that spanned 10 years called Stargate SG-1. And that in turn spawned 2 feature films and 2 TV series, one lasting for 5 seasons, another lasting for 2 seasons. So for a total of 3 feature films and 17 TV seasons, it's fair to say that Stargate is quite popular. It's weird, I got this image of this guy who's like, I don't know, having a fever dream, like drifting in and out of consciousness, and then just waking up and just seeing an episode of Stargate and just not realising what he's watching, instead of thinking it's some sort of like, I don't know, this hallucination or this vision, and just coming out of it at the other end and piecing together like, this must be like what happened. There were aliens who like built the pyramids, and there's this device that can travel across the stars, and I don't know, like, would people going on about this if it weren't for the series? I think you got culprits like the History Channel, like you know the memes, like History Channel at day, History Channel at night. You got programs such as Ancient Aliens, probably being the most popular. The aliens visiting ancient cultures and that explaining various different mysteries of our past, and it's the History Channel, like you've got the scope of every event that's ever happened to all humans ever in the past. Yet they choose to pump out this rubbish.
Saddam Hussein got access to this Stargate, maybe threatened to use it. Was that why the Allied powers went in?
And that's the thing, that the further back we go, the less reliable our information is of history. And that can often lead to mysteries of the past, and that could also lead to mysticism. That there's all these gaps in our history, and we use these wild and crazy ideas to plug them up to fill this gap of knowledge that we apparently have. An example, like, unrelated to this could be the Baghdad battery. That being 3 different artifacts found in the city of Baghdad, where there's a ceramic pot, and inside there's a copper tube, and inside that there's an iron rod. And there's some evidence to suggest that there has been like an acid in there, like say lemon juice or grape juice or something like that. And people reckon that that was a battery. Now the cross section resembles somewhat like a modern day battery, and acid within it can create ionic potential. However, modern day tests have shown that it doesn't supply enough volts in order to do anything practical with it, and the artifact itself didn't have any exposed terminals, which makes it useless as a battery. And it shows like ancient aliens that spread this and purport them to be true, when, I mean, are aliens really out there? Were they really there back in the beginning? Okay, you've got ideas such as panspermia, where life here was seeded from out there instead of developing fully on planet Earth. This could be a little bit of genetic material on an asteroid that's come down to Earth, or aliens deliberately guiding our evolution into human beings. Now the form with panspermia are supported by some scientists that they say that it may be possible. However, it's not a falsifiable claim, and there's evidence to suggest otherwise, so that's why the majority of scientists don't accept it. So if life here came from out there, how did life out there start? It doesn't answer the question, it just pushes the question back. And yeah, like, you do get the distrust of the government. Like, there's plenty of things that you should be distrustful of governments about. Like say MKUltra or Operation Midnight Climax, where the CIA gave US citizens LSD unknowingly to them in order to see the effects of what it would have. Or Operation Northwoods, which was a proposed false flag operation in Miami to target both civilian and military targets to justify a war with Cuba. Now, there's plenty of secrets, like even the existence of Area 51 wasn't confirmed until 2013. Alright, so the government have hid things in the past. That must mean they're hiding things now, like undoubtedly so, they are definitely hiding things. So is the Stargate one of those things? Cheyenne Mountain Complex does exist, and there is a Stargate command in Cheyenne Mountain, you know, for real, but it is a broom closet. There's someone in the Air Force with a good sense of humour there. And when people say, no, all this is true, but the series was made to discredit people, that when people come up and say this, you think, no, that's just like the series, isn't it? Nah, you're silly, you're talking rubbish. Which, okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm saying that they're silly, they're talking rubbish. The thing is, that's exactly what happened in the 100th episode. A TV series was made based on the programme, but the Air Force allowed it in order to discredit people that do come out about it. If they do say anything about it, say, that's just like the series, like what you're on about.
Plausible deniability. In the event of a future breach of security, we'll be able to point to this television program. That is, if it stays on the air.
Which is kind of like what I'm doing now. So, art imitates life, life imitates art. You really can't make it up, can you? And that's just it, that a conspiracy theory can be a great basis for a TV show. I mean, look at the X-Files, they prove that as well. But that's all they are, they're conspiracy theories. They're believed by the fringes of society because there's very little evidence to back them up. And yeah, conspiracy theorists are immune to facts, but at the same time, as conspiracy theories go, the ancient aliens one isn't that harmful. I mean, there are definitely other ones that have led to the deaths of more people, for sure. But that's just it. Reality is often boring, just need to spice it up a little something. And that's exactly what Stargate does. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.